Am I the a-hole for only buying my parents stuff that cannot be shared while my brother and his family live with us? My brother, 32, has been knocking up his wife, 32, since they were in high school. Their oldest is now 13, but they have 3 more. She is a stay-at-home mom and he works as cleaning staff at a FIFO camp. It's pretty good money, but they waste a lot of it. They have multiple gaming systems and the 2 oldest kids have very new iPhones. I, 28, live in the loft above my parents' garage. I do not pay rent because my folks want me to save up for my future. I help out around the house and I buy groceries for my parents as well as myself. My brother and his family live in the in-law suite in my parents' basement. It was supposed to be a rental to get them some extra money for when they retire, but after my brother lost his job because he would not get vaccinated, our folks let them move in. I also love to buy them gifts, but my brother and his family always needed exactly what I happened to give them. For example, I brought my mom a very colorful bag from Colombia called a mochila. It is just a woven cotton shoulder bag made with very vibrantly colored yarn. My niece, 9, saw it and wanted to use it for a project at school, where she promptly lost it. I got my father a bottle of Van Winkler bourbon since he loves to have a drink after a long day. My brother and his wife found it and drank it mixed with orange juice because it was so strong tasting. So now I do other stuff. I took my mom to go see Anastasia, and I got us really good seat. No one else was invited. I took my dad out for a steak dinner and then to a speakeasy in our city and treated him to a $160 cocktail. These are things my parents love doing but won't waste money on. I keep the groceries I buy in my loft. I will make meals for my parents and have them over, or I will bring the ingredients and cook with my dad. My brother started asking why I don't leave the groceries in the freezer, fridge, or pantry that they have access to, and why I stopped buying my parents gifts. He says that I'm living there for free and I should give them more. I asked him how much he was paying them in rent, or how he was contributing to the household, and he said he was tired on the weeks he was home, and that his wife and kids were too busy to help. I work a full-time job. I volunteer at a cat rescue. I do theater, sports as a hobby, and I still manage to help with yard work, housework, errands, and helping with my grandmother who is in a locked-in facility for dementia patients. I pointed this out and he said I was being a little I said I wasn't stupid enough to leave anything around that he or his family could steal. Now we are fighting and my parents are upset. His wife called me an a-hole for not sharing the treats I buy for my parents. I can afford to buy treats for my parents and I, but not for 5 more people who do not contribute. Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. You did give physical gifts and your brother and his family have used them instead of the intended recipients. You might not pay rent and money, but you do contribute to the household in that you help with chores and other things. The whole I do not pay rent due to my parents wanting me to save up for my future very much gives off I offered at least once or twice. But no, and here's why energy. Your parents should be the ones dealing with your brother, sister-in-law, and their kids because it's going to get worse before it gets better. I know that my mom and stepdad would kick me out if I was behaving like your brother and sister-in-law are behaving.
Not the a-hole. That is actually clever. I'd keep that up. Sporting events, movies, more dinners, shows, and any kind of experience rather than effects that can be stolen. As for your paying rent or not, that is between your parents and you. None of your mooching, stealing brother's business. You could always tell him a porky pie, and he wouldn't be any the wiser, whether you were paying $1 or $5,000. And of course, you should not be buying treats for your brother's family. That is his duty. In the long run, I don't think you will be happy in that house as long as your brother is there. What you have to figure out is which one of you will move out. I find it ridiculous that a man who can father half a football team has had to move in with his parents.